So I may or may not be thinking about doing videos here on YouTube again. Now, before you start assuming that I'm going to be bringing this same type of content that I was before, that's likely not going to be the case. And the reason for that is because I now learned that one of my decisions to take a break from making the regularly edited content that I was providing before I took said break, like the first half or so of last year, when I took pretty much almost a year hiatus, and I ended with that video paying tribute to Breaking Bad. It really was almost out of spite. The analogy that I always used was how it felt very much like I was going through kind of like a breakup with something or with someone, but in this sense, it really was something, as in a platform, as in something that I grew to almost accept as part of me, as part of my hobby, as part of some kind of creative outlet to have to, and from that day forward, don't get me wrong, just like with any breakup, it felt, at least for a breakup from like a male gaze sort of standpoint, it really was kind of like that whole different phases that you would go through when initially you're broken up with someone, where at first you feel kind of relieved because now you're not spending as much money, you're not spending as much time, and you're looking at all these like different arbitrary and technical reliefs in your life that you're like, wow, now I don't have to do this. One of my first ones that I was really ecstatic about was that I didn't have to review movies ASAP. Maybe I posted an impression here and there on like Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, whatever, but I wasn't hindered. I wouldn't say hindered, but I wasn't tied down to the facet of like, well, if I want to maintain with the YouTube algorithm, I gotta come home Thursday night after watching a movie in theaters with my girlfriend, cut my time short with her, come home, shoot the video, edit it, record it, put it together, and make sure that it's posted by that Friday morning. No more of that. I was like, I can watch the movie, have my impressions, post the impressions online, and I was golden. And that amount of relief from the games that I was playing to the movies I'm watching to the content I was just regularly consuming lasted for so long, to where that creative outlet, that creative, kind of eruption needed to be translated elsewhere, and that's where I started to devote my time to Twitch streaming, or just streaming in general, where ever so often I will bring streams to YouTube, but they were mostly on the side of Twitch. And then from there, I was just trying to figure out so many different ways on how to break out on that platform. But sadly, by that point, that platform had been saturated with so many different streamers and so much content that it's a very competitive market. And that's pretty much what I've been doing for the past half a year or so, even prior to the current pandemic arc that we're in right now, and the situations that we're facing, and how we're trying to adjust to a new form of life that's undoubtedly going to become the new normal. Streaming is basically where it's been at for me, from Twitch, my Twitch channel, to even now a newfound kind of appreciation and outlook on Facebook gaming. Facebook gaming has now caught my eye, and I'm thinking about really pouring resources and attention into my Facebook gaming page, which is already up, and I'm already streaming to it, but I'm gonna start to try to rechannel my energy. But that's kind of why I'm making this video and posting it here on YouTube, is to just kind of let you guys know that I don't want to undermine the level of discoverability that YouTube can have, since it is pretty much a search engine butt up by one of the biggest search engines, if not the biggest search engine in the world, Google. And that's ultimately where different resources and different kind of network abilities can happen to flourish. Streaming platforms such as Facebook gaming and Twitch is through YouTube. It's through many videos and live streams and podcasts that I have been listening to, watching, and overall just consuming in the past, like I said, almost 6 to 7 months or so, trying to cultivate a new form of thinking to fit with the times, whether it be with YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook. I'm trying, pretty much just me, just trying to tell you guys that I'm trying my best. And I really shouldn't also undermine the following that I cultivated here on YouTube. I just think that I really wanted a very overdue year-long break from making the regular content that you were seeing originally on YouTube, with the editing of the videos and stuff like that, and how much I was just kind of, burning myself out overall with it, because I was just in a very unhappy place where I was with YouTube, because it was starting to make me a little bit sour, a little bit of an old man when it comes to watching all these other people getting successful on YouTube, and yet me, who had been at the time on the platform for like literally a decade, and seeing no fruit come of it, I was just like, damn, what the hell is this? But it's time for me to make a leap at some extent, and I think live streaming is really where it's at for me still. But I want to use YouTube as a form of tool for that sort of thing. So that's kind of what this video is about, is to not only say, hi guys, still alive, still creating content, still doing things, to, like I said, still kind of express that creativity, because I'm naturally just a creative person that ultimately will love to achieve the dream, or even if it's such a momentary dream, of being able to live comfortably off of content creation, whether it be making YouTube videos, or to a much fuller extent, live streaming. And that's where I kind of turn to some of you guys, is for some of your help, because I really, let's just say that this pandemic has been showing me sides of society that I have always figured were there, but now they're coming out of the woodwork in a very dominant fashion, that my day job and different aspects of my social media life, from my personal Facebook page to Instagram, etc., from like the news feeds on Twitter, and then the regularly scheduled posts that I would see on my Instagram page. Not so much on the people that I follow, but more so on like the news section. Same thing with Facebook, etc. That the world is really showing its true colors with this pandemic, and the outrage that is being expressed by people who are just not going to take it anymore and not going to stay silent anymore. That I can't be staying in the same spot when it comes to my professional trajectory, and I really want my next step in my career to, at least, if not for filmmaking, because of what's going on, filmmaking, pretty much all of film in Hollywood, period, is kind of at a standstill. So to kind of form a little bit of cartilage between my current just day-to-day job to hopefully that profession in the future, I want it to be content creation, specifically live streaming, to two very profound and very focused platforms, and that's Twitch and Facebook Gaming. And I really want to generate a form of call to action to some of you guys to hopefully support me on those two platforms, because I really want to get, like I said, in a place of comfortability, because I just don't see myself working in any other way, especially with, like I said, what's going on right now, day to day. There's just things going out there at my job, and then just going to the store and stuff like that, that I'm just like, my mind can just not, my mental health just can't really take it out there, you know what I'm saying? So I would very much like if you guys can at least just take a look at my Twitch channel and at my Facebook gaming page by visiting the links in the description. I'm gonna post them down there below so you guys can, kind of check them out. Facebook Gaming, or facebook.com/gaming/DarkSpiderDavid. That will bring you guys to my channel. I guess maybe that's what they're calling it, the Facebook channel that has my live streams on there. Currently in the process of trying to hit 100 followers to then be part of the Level Up Creator Program, and we're very close, actually. We're, as of the making of this video, at 72 followers. So if you guys can help reach that 100 follower milestone, I would be greatly indebted. And trust me, anything that goes towards the Facebook channel by you guys will then go back into the channel to go back to you. I know it sounds a little bit redundant, but it's providing for the channel that then in turn will provide for you for better content, much fun rewards, perks from subscriptions to tiers, emotes, things like that. And then speaking of emotes, of course, the Twitch channel is still up and running. I'll still be streaming simultaneously to these two platforms until I say otherwise. So the link is in the description below. Again, once more for twitch.tv/DarkSpiderDavid. My regular schedule so far, because I have set days off now, Mondays and Fridays for sure. And now I'm thinking of just kind of spitballing and seeing where I decide to stream in between week. Naturally, the weekends are a little bit too busy for me, but I try to stream either on Tuesdays or Thursdays. More than likely, Tuesdays or Wednesdays will be the more ideal days where I do those Spitfire reviews. Streams of trying to play a multiplayer game here and there, or do just a natural just chatting stream. But of course, you guys can make sure to never miss a stream by hitting the follow button on either one of those platforms, turning on notifications. That way you guys are alerted at all times, because I would greatly appreciate a lot of you guys' help with that. With that said, creation on the YouTube channel here will start to be flowing at a much, I don't want to say a faster rate, but a very steady rate. So I'm not going to particularly have a set schedule here on YouTube as far as videos being uploaded are concerned, but I have a decent chunk of things that I have to say in standard edited format here on YouTube. From a recent game that I played live on air during one of my live streams that I'm going to compile together into what I'm hoping to be a very fun video to not only edit but also put out there, and I'm in the process of editing right now, as well as other little vlog type videos that I kind of want to start bringing forward to this channel here to kind of, create a nice little comfortable community of just talking about the things that I love, from Spider-Man to video games. It's something that I kind of want to start doing here on the YouTube channel, is just making a bunch of videos of just showing what I've been picking up as far as video games are concerned, even if they're not like day one releases. Just because ever so often there's a nice little sale going on for video games, whether it be digitally or physically, and I kind of want to start showing that off on videos because I like watching other people's content like that, particularly Metal Jesus Rocks. He has a series on his channel that's him. Sometimes it's just him, sometimes it's him and a buddy of his, Radical Reggie. And they just talk about the games that they picked up. They haven't even played them yet, but they just bought games that they've added to their collection, and I kind of want to do a little thing of my own in that vein. As well as another little thing over here that I picked up. I want to potentially start making some videos and live streams on this little thing. I'm not going to spoil what's inside, but this little logo should be indicative as to what has joined my system family, so to speak. And I want to be able to create some great content with this because I'm pretty certain it's going to be an awful lot of fun. And along with that, I also want to throw it over to you guys. What do you want to genuinely see out of this channel more if I start to get in a much more steady kind of routine to create videos for the channel that in turn will then be extrapolated from the streams? Do you guys want to see compilations of the streams so that you guys can see some of the best bits? Do you want me to just, like I said, make vlog style videos talking about games, maybe some movies, maybe Spider-Man related content, maybe get back into Transformers, who knows? I'll throw it over to you guys. Any kind of content or any kind of videos, specific videos that you guys want to see, I just wanted to hear some of your guys' best ideas. Post them in the comment section below. I'll be taking a look at them, and I will, listen to all of them and kind of, see if they can kind of come down the pipe work and get something really awesome, coming your guys' way, because things have got to change in my life. I really do feel like things need to change in my life. But since filmmaking might have to take a slight little stance in the corner because of what's going on in the world with the pandemic and whatnot, since that's putting films out there and making films, period, a little bit on the arduous side, I think content creation and live streaming is where I genuinely want to be. And once more, Twitch.tv and Facebook Gaming are the platforms that I really want to do them in. So check out the links in the description. Go to the comment section. Let me know what your guys' ideas are for some good content, whether it be videos here on YouTube or live streams. What are some games that you've been wanting a live streamer to play so that you can then watch, collaborate with? If it's a multiplayer game you want to play with, throw them down in the comment section below. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hit the thumbs up if you did, thumbs down if you didn't. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Look forward to, like I said, some more content coming out of this little peripheral, as well as maybe some vlogs talking about some of the games I've been picking up and other random things that are going on. Coming to you live from the Dark Spider David Den. Catch you guys next time.